That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are again. Another episode of Bacon on the Rocks. I am Chuck Overnester along with Chris Walsh and Eric Quietek. Guys, it's another night of Bacon on the Rocks.
Another night.
Another night. So
here we are. That's all I got.
That's Eric's just got a head nod. That's all he's got. He's just like, yeah, that's right. So first off, I want to take care of our sponsor, which is Cookies Q and Creamery. You can go to cookiesq.com, check out all the amazing food and delicious ice creams they have going on, even in the middle of December. That's right. They have ice cream going on, so be sure to check that out, cookiesq.com. And also make sure that you go to DoorDash because you can get it delivered. So you don't have to run out in the freezing cold, but you know what? Sometimes it's just good to get out.
Well, you don't go to DoorDash. They come to you.
You go to DoorDash.com.
Right.
And then go to Cookies Q.
Right.
And then they bring it to you.
Right.
But you know what? With COVID going on, you may want to just try to get out. I mean, it's your call, obviously.
Or do you?
No.
Usually it's the opposite message they're trying to get right
I'm locked up with my children, teaching. Pretending to teach all day long. And yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess. But anyway, so make sure to check out cookiesq.com, see their menu, see what's going on, get some delicious food, get some delicious ice cream. You can never go wrong in North Utica. I didn't do it. I didn't say up or down, which I don't even remember which way I used to say it because Eric corrected me too many times that I think he broke me of it.
I think it was up.
I think it was too, but
no, you would say down. Down and
Did
north.
I?
Because up would be north.
Yeah.
And it would make sense that you would go up to North Utica.
Eric didn't have it in his black book, so I don't remember.
The black book is gone. I don't see it on the table. I'm so happy not to see that black book.
He broke his own on that.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't have to say anything for that one.
That's the way it goes with me. You guys know that. So anyways, we've got a special guest tonight. So his name is comedian stuntman Wacky Chad. Award-winning pogo stick skills and charmingly funny jokes got him on The Gong Show, America's Got Talent, and performance at the Super Bowl. For more than 15 years, Wacky Chad has performed in over 25 different countries. So without further ado, I would like to introduce everybody to our guest tonight, Wacky Chad. Chad, what's going on?
Hey, Wacky Chad here in the house. What's up, everybody?
What's going on?
I feel like I'm supposed to do something wacky here. It's like,
Hey.
I'm like a visual stunt comedian. It's like, how do I like come out on like a pogo stick over the phone?
I could have said, well, it's Chad, everybody.
Right? Yeah. You hype me up, and it's like, oh, hey, okay.
Hey.
Hello, like how do you answer a phone? Like, I don't know yet.
Well, I think you answered it perfectly. I think what more could you do, especially when it's over the phone? I mean, it's tough. We are, now you're out of where exactly?
I am out of Syracuse, New York,
okay.
Right on exit 17, Carrier Dome, one more exit south kind of thing. Duncan O'Bright Furniture.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Right there, yeah, right off that exit.
If you need to just go hang out with Chad right now and you are not afraid of COVID,
right.
Chad's
right
where he is.
Yeah, that's right. Well, yeah, that's where my parents live, right in that area. That's where I grew up.
Awesome.
And then I ended up moving to Boston.
Okay.
But currently I'm actually at my cousin's house in Salt Lake, which is west of Syracuse.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So big SU fan, or I would assume so, but being that close, but...
I did sell Jim Boeheim a basketball once when I worked at Chuck E. Cheese. So.
Nice. There you go.
Got to start somewhere, right?
No, I know. I am, but I'm not like huge. But I mean, I do follow it here and there. Just from hearing from friends and stuff. Okay. I have a lot of orange equipment, like probably.
I was going to say,
like
I was going to bring
orange
that up.
Car. Yeah, I have an orange motorcycle. I have a lot of orange stuff. It's like, it comes up a lot, So.
Is that a conscious thing on your part, or is it just?
Well, when I started, I had like a clown outfit that was like lime green and orange. It was just easy to stick with one color, and because I lived in central New York, it was just cheaper when you're starting out a new business, I guess, to just stick with one color. And orange was easier to find in Syracuse.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the truth.
Hey, it works, right? I mean, it makes you stand out.
Right? Oh yeah. Well, a lot of like other performers, they have different like the red, the blues, and the, maybe the yellow, but orange. Yeah, it's definitely.
It's unique, absolutely.
Yeah, especially when you're on a pogo stick, jumping 10 feet, 12 feet in the air. I mean, people are going to notice.
Yeah, well, when you're a street performer, it helps to not get hit by cars.
There is that. Yeah.
That is fair too.
That's
That's
when
great.
you're performing in the street, you got to watch out for cars. So it's like you're a safety cone, big safety cone.
A big hopping safety cone.
Exactly.
So it's just an easy, Halloween costume every year. Just be So now, Chad, we met, and I can't believe it's disgusting. I even say this number 11 years ago in Boston.
Yeah.
Now,
right? Wow.
When I met you with Jim, were you living in Boston at that time, or were you just kind of like that's where you were that day? What was kind of going on then?
I was there.
What's happening?
I was there that day. Surprisingly.
Chad, it's past nine.
Normally
it's
I'm
past my
somewhere else
bedtime.
when I'm there, but that time I was there.
I mean, were you living there? Is what? Because I knew you lived in Boston, so that's
Yeah. I you know what? I based off the way you videotaped it, I was up front at the part of like the back of Faneuil Hall kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Up front in the back.
See, it's not just me.
Yeah, right. And I was dating a girl at the time. She was like a flight attendant, and she was from Central New York.
Oh, okay.
And so I was going and visiting her, and then I found out that I could street perform by one of the breakdancers. So at that, like 11 years ago, that's when I was prepping to audition to get into the program.
Okay.
Kind of thing. So I happened to just be like street performing on like a random Tuesday or whatever it was. Yeah, it was like the first, because I don't usually perform in that spot. That's usually where like the breakdancers go. That's like a free-for-all spot for street performers. The other one is like kind of like, it's more of like a privatized shopping mall outside.
Yeah.
It's Quincy Market.
Yeah.
But they just call it Faneuil Hall Marketplace because Faneuil Hall is like just more like well known, I guess. So
the story that you never heard is when I was there recording, because the day we met you, we were actually testing out. We went somewhere no one would know us. And so we were testing out we were testing out the microphones, the cameras, making sure everything was working right. And we're like, let's take a trip to Boston and do it. The thing is, in Quincy Market, you are not allowed to video record or do anything like that. We got a gentleman came over, security guy or something like that, saw us recording. We were actually we ran into someone doing free hugs. Those signs people would hold up saying, you want a free hug?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we ran into someone who was doing the free hug thing, and the person I was with took the sign and started doing it. I was doing a much better job than this other person and getting a lot more hugs.
Better than the person that was actually there doing it. All right.
I guess it helps if you're attractive,
Did you ever see the video online? I'm not sure, because if you did see the person, not saying unattractive, but when you have purple hair and a lot of piercings all over your face, giving away free hugs may not be, but some people love it. I don't know, but
right.
Let's just put it this way. The guy I was with got a lot more hugs than what was happening. So that's all I can say.
It all depends on who's there to get a hug.
That's right. But anyway, so they had, after we got done recording that, then someone in a security outfit came over and said, you guys aren't recording, are you? We have a big camera in our hands. Okay. A big video camera in our hands. And we're like, and because it's Chuck and he's always honest, yeah, I'm recording. And he goes, well, you can't be recording in here. I really should take that tape. I'm like, oh, there's no tape in it though. And he goes, so what are you recording? And so then I'm just getting caught up in a lie. But somehow I tricked him. And Chuck doesn't do that too often. Is like I got to keep the tape. He's like, okay, well, you can't record. Wow. Don't be recording anything. I'm like, oh, okay, we won't record here. We're just here testing our equipment, which we were. That wasn't a lie. But so we definitely got to keep it because we almost lost your footage. So
really?
That would have been because he was ready to. He could have confiscated the tape from us because you cannot be recording anywhere around Quincy Market. So. So
for like big media companies like yourself.
Yeah, I know, right? Two guys ran.
When you're at that level, it's I mean, a guy on a phone is different, right?
Yeah.
But when you're a media company with the stickers and the van and stuff, it looks big production crew.
Two guys, one microphone, and one camera. That's it. Here we go.
I mean, that's 11 years ago. You couldn't even do that on your phone.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it would have been you could, but it was like the tiniest little video. It would have been like
300 by 200.
Yes, exactly. Something like that. It would have been horrible where I wouldn't be able to save it today. So, now, Chad, I want to ask, how did you even get into what you, and describe to everybody what you do? Because we kind of already jumped all over a little bit. I want to bring it back. How did you get into this?
Well, what I do is a one-man variety show. I do a lot of stunts and comedy. It's like a magician. Instead of doing magic tricks, I do tricks on skateboards, like a handstand on a skateboard. I juggle I juggle on a really tall unicycle. And what I'm known for is extreme pogo stick tricks and stunts, where I do like backflips to slam dunks off of it, kind of like a portable trampoline, so I can jump over a car on a pogo stick, that kind of thing. And that sport has progressed over the past 15 years. Xpogo.com would be the site for that.
Okay, I was going to say, where do you find it? Because the pogo stick you have is like, you guys have seen it, like his images. It's like not just the little thing you had as a kid. It is in it like an industrial sized pogo stick. Right. It's huge. So that's where you find it, or like, how did you decide pogo? Like the pogo stick's the way to go.
Well, when I started out as like a clown for birthday parties, because I was working at Chuck E. Cheese at the time, and somebody hired me to do like a private birthday party as like a clown magician. Okay. So I was like looking at Toys R Us for stuff to do, and I saw a pogo stick for like $50. Mm-hmm. But it was one of those things when I went to the register, it turned out to be $25. So I was like, oh, I would have paid $50 for it, suckers.
Got you good, Toys R Us.
And see what you did? You put them out of business.
Yeah, exactly. So I ended up doing that, and I bought a pogo stick, and then I kind of was like, oh, my brother can do tricks on a skateboard. I can do like a bar spin or whatever, and this. And then this was at the time where I had to go to like the library to like learn tricks from like other people, and there's like 5 people really like sharing their Windows Media Player videos, you know?
Right.
Okay. This is before YouTube. This is 15 years ago. And so then I just got like kind of learning tricks in this, and I wanted to learn like a front flip off of it, and just kind of they came out with like this air powered pogo stick, and it was like lightweight, like weighed 10 pounds kind of thing, and it was beefy, and you can really get 4 or 5 feet in the air. A guy gets over a taxi cab on the Letterman show. He was the inventor of it, and it just kind of went from there, you know.
Now, what is it about what is it about the pogo stick that stuck with you? Because I think most people could relate to that story. Like they see something like that, they go and they buy it, and then they do it for like a week or something like that, and then it just collects
sits
dust
in the back of the garage.
Yeah. So
what was it? It was the money. The reason I bought it money was that I figured it was a really good investment. I looked at it like, this is going to be a great investment. You just kind of like, it's just one of those things you just kind of like, I was 19 at the time, and I wanted to do flips on everything, and I wanted to like do like unicycle and skateboard, and you're just kind of like, oh, that's awesome, you know? So you're just in your backyard learning flips, and I ended up meeting up with the guy that was really good at it. He's like the Tony Hawk of pogo sticking, if you will. It's like Pogo Fred.
Pogo Fred.
PogoFred.com. Yeah. We all got our names, you know. They just kind of stick, right?
Yep. Shout out to Pogo Fred.
Look for his video game coming out soon. Pro Pogo.
Pogo or die.
They already got like an Axe body spray of like, you know, you can pogo. It's like an app you can buy like that. I don't know. It's a pogo game, I guess, but Fred's like the main star, and it's funny.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Right. Okay.
Yeah. He's actually toured with like Nitro Circus. He's been on every TV show, Ellen a couple times, you know, all that stuff. Mm-hmm. We were actually roommates, you know, just up until like a couple months ago.
Oh wow.
A couple years. Wow. So I was living in Boston, north of Boston there. But anyway, we ended up doing a show together called the Pogo Dudes. We had another guy do it out of Albany, New York. He is Nick McClintock, and it was the 3 of us. We did a show called The Pogo Dudes. And that we did that for a couple of years, and, you know, kind of eventually went our own way because it was a little bit tricky, you know, street performing. And that's actually when I got into the Faneuil Hall Marketplace around that time.
Yeah.
I was done kind of like touring with the Pogo Dudes sort of thing. So they taught me how to become really good at the pogo stick. I taught them how to like book shows. They kind of did like a spin-off show called X Pogo Stunt Team, and they still do shows, you know, today with it.
Awesome. Now, and I wanted to ask, you are saying like with the sports and like the extreme sports and Nitro Circus and things like that. Now, you were just recently on ESPN2 or ESPN for, explain it to me, honestly, because the funny part I thought about it was, I was like, it was during the election night, wasn't it?
Yeah. I don't know if that's like the worst time or the best time.
I don't know, because it's like the way it was going. I'm like, yeah, we got to find someone else to watch for a bit here. It's too early.
Exactly.
Right.
This year, get away from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a lot of what my friends said, because I'm like posting it all over Facebook, and I'm just saying, hey, tune in tonight if you're already watching TV. If you happen to be already watching TV, 9 p.m. I'm going to be on ESPN. And a lot of my friends said, oh, man, it just, because everybody's kind of maybe with their families or this or that or whatever, and it said it just kind of like just broke up the mood a little bit. Like, oh, cool, pogo sticking. It was like an excuse to watch something. It was just completely random, and I was like, whoa, Chad's on,
But how did you get in? How did you get on into that? Is that something you like pursued, or did they find you, or how did that come about?
The ESPN too.
Yeah.
So Nick runs the ex-Pogo stunt team now, formerly known as the Pogo Dudes.
Okay.
He's like the third member, and he started working with a lot of the others, like the younger kids. And so then they host like an annual pogo stick competition. And so they try to like find places to host it at like fairs, festivals, and they promote this Pogo Palooza every year to like big, festivals that want to host their competition. So this year, with things are, they were like, let's do a thing for television. We'll televise this event. So they went to ESPN and said, we'll videotape it, we'll edit it, we'll make like a packaged, thing for you that you can add commercials to this pogo stick competition. Because ESPN too does like a lot of random, like, I don't even know, just like some weird sports on there. I can't even think of one off the top of my head, but
dodgeball.
Dodgeball,
cornhole and stuff like that.
Yeah, cornhole. Wasn't cornhole like the first sport to return to TV or something like that?
I think so. Yeah.
The marble races.
Yeah.
It's amazing some of the sports that make the Olympics, and then
Yeah, like this year
we're trying.
Yeah, I was going to say, because that was something else I was going to say. It's like they've got breakdancing now. This coming Olympic, well, not, I don't think it's winter, obviously. It's going to be Summer Olympics, but whenever that next one is. And then they mentioned a couple other things that were not usual, Olympic events. So as soon as I heard that, I mean, we had this going on tonight. I was like, oh my gosh, Pogo would be, it's got to be on there somewhere in time, hopefully.
Yeah. Cool. Because here's the thing with pogo sticking, the word pogo stick, everybody thinks like this rinky dink, like kids toy, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it just has this name to it that just a little bit like makes it like kiddish, I guess. But if you like put like portable trampoline and in it with like skateboarding and like BMX, it really is at that level of, crazy, stuff you can do on this thing. Like these guys are, jumping over cars, flipping over cars back to back to, doing some of the, like what was landed on ESPN2 was the double stick flip. So think of it like a double tail whip, kind of thing, where somebody flips the stick twice and lands back on it. It's never been landed. That's what happened on that. So it was pretty crazy. Some of the things I landed a trick that had to use somebody else's pogo stick because mine was actually shot that day. It wasn't working that well. And I landed what's called a shaft grab. You grab the shaft and throw it right back down and right out from underneath you. So I've only landed that trick twice, and it's only been ever landed twice. So it's cool. Awesome. It's cool to land that on ESPN too,
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now
there's a lot of things that just happen in the pogo community, really cool tricks. It's an unreal level, but just like I said, pogo stick just still has that kiddish name to it.
Yeah.
So we're trying to change that,
Yeah.
Do you know where that name comes from?
Pogo stick?
Yeah.
Well, there was a girl named, like, her nickname was like Pogo, apparently. That's the story. And she didn't want to get her dress wet when she went to, like, church. So her grandfather made her, like, this stick. And she used to, like, kind of, like, use this stick with a peg on it to, like, jump over the mud.
All right.
In the, this kind of thing.
That's awesome.
And so then eventually somebody put a spring on it and made it like a fun toy. So it was named after her nickname, Pogo, I guess. That's the story.
Like, what does that come? Like you think, okay, Pogo. Usually a nickname, something close. Like, what would be that name? I wonder. It's like Pogo.
Oh, you're just saying what her name came from?
Yeah, like instead of Charles, it's
maybe
Chuck,
her name was. Maybe her name was Poe, and they just said, "Hey, Poe, go."
That's fair.
That's fair enough.
I can't believe you guys are laughing at that.
Remember, it's 9:00 at night. We're all past our bedtime.
Right.
Now, unfortunately, with everything going on with COVID, how are things on your end? Like, how are you like, are you able to perform at all? I mean, I know doing something virtual probably might be a little tougher on your end. Like, what are you doing right now with the world of COVID around you?
Oh man. You know, I'm trying to stay positive. The first part of it, you're just kind of like, okay, just got to adapt a little bit. It might be a little bit like, you know, maybe we'll get my summer back. You know, just kind of put it on pause, and we'll just do this like digital festival. And, you know, you kind of like, all right, it's only going to be a couple months that turns into a couple more months.
Yep. And a couple more months. And then Christmas shows up.
And now I'm currently building a camper van. So I'm going to live in a van down by the river.
Nice.
I love that bit. That's great.
So that's actually what I'm actually doing, you know, right now.
Oh, no.
What can you do, right?
Yeah. We're all, I mean, in the middle of COVID, we started a podcast, and welcome to it.
There you go.
Yeah, you got to adapt and overcome it. You know, you get hit. You know, a lot of small businesses are getting hit, and a lot of people, you know, what is it, like 200 billion small businesses getting hit, and it's just how you adapt, right? But I mean, some of it's just out of my control, so you got to make lemonade out of it.
Yep, exactly.
So I'm trying. You know, everybody's probably going insane, you know, with certain things, and you know, I know that other people probably have it worse. I mean, I do miss telling jokes, making the world laugh, and you know, bringing people together and that kind of thing. And it hits you a little bit. You kind of get addicted to it. So yeah, I did do a couple summer camps, a couple, you know, live shows. I did do 2 college shows that were kind of booked that the colleges didn't care. And they were kind of, you know, spread apart with a mask on, I guess.
Yeah.
They told me I had to wear a mask, and I kind of went there, and then I just didn't wear a mask. So.
I was gonna say, because when you perform, I mean, when you were in Boston, people were a little bit closer, but still, you can control the distance of where people can be because you're in the air flying all over. Nobody really wants to be that close.
Yeah. So I just, you got to breathe, you know? Like,
yeah.
You don't appreciate air until it's gone, right?
Yeah. When I first started wearing a mask, I'm just like walking around, I'm like, oh my gosh, where's the air?
I do that like nose thing. You know, I'm sure there's like a bunch of like different memes for like the mask wear or whatever, you know? Like,
yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, I just tried to Boston completely shut down. We kind of ended up like doing like these Zoom meetings to like figure out, it's going to open, blah, blah, blah. I actually ended up performing on 4th of July.
Oh, okay.
Because they said Faneuil Hall was open on July 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw it all over their social media. You know, Faneuil Hall's open, blah, blah, blah. So I ended up going on 4th of July. Like, I'm just going to go and show up. And I'm not going to email anybody. Like, you know how it's like one of those things to ask for permission later or whatever? I forget the saying. You just get ask for apology, not permission. I don't know. But anyway, I just saw on the social. Yeah, go ahead with it. But anyway,
better to ask for forgiveness than permission. Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. So I ended up just doing a show on 4th of July. I didn't let them stood where they wanted to, and just to do it or whatever. I ended up getting like a couple strikes for doing that, which is basically like we have like a Google Calendar, and we go down the list of the 15 performers that are at Faneuil Hall, and you get like you go, okay, I want that spot on July 6th. Okay, I want that spot on July 7th at 2:00. You know. Yeah. So you just have to sit out for like 2 spots. So a lot of the primary spots get filled up faster. But joke's on them because no, I'm just saying like I just ended up doing it, and then it's just like you can't win. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things. I never thought, and a lot of street performers never thought in a million years you want to be able to just gather a crowd, tell a couple jokes, and they pay you what they want to pay.
Yeah.
Never thought. It's like no matter how bad it gets, you can still have that right and that freedom of it, you know. And it seems like I got taken away a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, and you just hope it's like temporary, not like this 1984 like rabbit hole kind of.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it is. It's the world is upside. I call it. We are in the upside down. If you've ever seen Stranger Things, we are totally in the upside down. But hopefully we'll kind of get through it and things will settle down now. You know, the vaccine's out supposedly, so we'll see where things go. Hopefully everything turns for the best, and that's all we can do is keep pushing forward.
Right. Yeah.
So we're getting close. So what I want to do is, and I mentioned this to you, but we have the Fast Five. Are you ready for this?
Okay.
That's right. So again, it's 5 questions we're going to ask, and I call it the Fast Five, but we kind of don't really pressure you to be super fast, but we like to make it entertaining, and I know you're gonna. So, do you think you're ready for this?
Well, now you put the pressure on me. What if I don't? Okay.
Well, then we just hang up on you, and you're done, and we don't do this podcast. We just start over. So it's up to you on how you do.
You don't call me back for a debrief or anything like that,
right? So, without further ado, we have our Fast Five here with Wacky Chad. Okay, so you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Okay, so your first question is, and can you hear me okay? Just making sure,
yep.
Make it fair. Okay. Your first question is, invisibility or super strength?
Invisibility.
Okay. Why?
You can always get stronger.
There you Okay, good. Yeah, I like it.
But can you get super strong?
I know. That's tough.
See, this isn't really fast.
I still take the invisibility. That's like almost asking fight or flight. Right now, I'm just getting in a van and moving down by the river, you know?
Okay, next question number 2 is, would you rather be able to speak every language in the world or be able to talk to animals?
Ooh, yeah. Every language in the world, but I have Google Translate, so I can already do that. So right now I have dogs.
Does that work pretty good?
Oh, man, yeah. I was able to translate my show in Italiano.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there you go. Yep. Google, you took it away from me.
Google Translate.
Okay, question number 3. If you could create your own custom pogo stick that you would be selling to customers, what would you name it?
Orange Go. Give me your money. I don't know.
Just give me your money.
I can't. Oh, man. I never thought of that. That's a good idea.
This costs $50, not $25.
That's right.
Yeah.
And if you want it, the special orange, you can have a special orange color. Wacky Chad orange.
Like the launcher. I don't know.
Okay.
I think I already submitted my answer. It's done.
Okay, next.
And that's actually how I got stuck with the name Wacky Chad. Is somebody had this Fast Five going, and I just was like, "What would you name your name?" And I just like, Wacky Chad.
And it's stuck ever since.
Yeah.
Okay. What word drives you crazy when people say it?
Man. Xylophone, but that's just because it's...
That's not what I expected. That's great. That's fantastic.
Oh, I get so mad at people when they say xylophone. Oh, it irritates my skin.
Oh, that xylophone.
Yeah.
Okay, and...
that was a Scout's honor answer right there.
Okay, and your last question. Go ahead. Yes. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm going to turn down just so you can hear for sure. In your best Mickey Mouse voice, promote the Pogo X ESPN show you were just on.
Oh boy, everybody get ready for the X Pogo 15!
Ladies and gentlemen, Wacky Chad.
Mickey Mouse.
That was fantastic. Well, Chad, thank you so much. Is there anything we didn't touch on that you would like to say before we cut out here?
Just check out the site, wackychad.com. You can also go to tipwackychad.com if you have a lot of Bitcoin, because I'm running out of my Bitcoin.
He takes Bitcoin, so be sure.
Right, you got to be on that cheaper form of digital cash. You know, that's what got me into that, all that stuff. So yeah, I don't know, just having fun, trying.
There you go.
So, yeah.
Awesome. So Wacky Chad.
Thanks for having me.
WackyChad.com. Be sure to check it out. He's a fantastic performer. You're going to, as you can tell, you're going to laugh. And you're going to continue to laugh and be entertained while he's there. So WackyChad.com. Chad, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hopefully we can get you in here sometime if you're driving by the Utica area. We can definitely set something up and we can get you in studio here and talk to you a little further, because it's just not the same without you here, but we appreciate your time.
Yeah, and check out my documentary. It's going to be coming out soon, and you're in it, I think.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
Awesome. I was worried because
doing a lot of.
I'm glad to hear it was continuing. No, I'm glad to hear it was continuing. I didn't know because I knew I sent you that footage, but no, I'm glad to hear you got that going. How much, about when? This spring, summer?
Right now, it's in my brother's hands, so we're just condensing that footage to get it all polished. And so I gave him all the timelines, and I said, "Here's a good clip." So
awesome.
Yeah, because that was when I first started, that kind of thing.
Yeah, well, definitely keep me informed on that. We'll get you on the show and we can talk about that. So definitely, keep us in the loop on that. It'd be great.
Okay. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Chris, Eric, Wacky Chad. Chad, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Take care, everybody. Am I going to hang up? You're going to debrief me? I don't know.
I don't know. I've never really, I'll call you later on that one. I'll text you a little bit later because we got a few things we got to finish up.
All right, great. Cool.
Awesome. Chad, thank you so much.
All right, yep.
Bye. Okay, bye.
Well, there you have it.
Yeah, Chad, everybody right there. Awesome. So, so I met him in Boston. Let me tell you, it was a riot there. I mean, I would have to try and find the footage, and it was like all on my mini DV tapes that I have no way to convert anymore. But, he asked for the footage, and I knew he was doing that documentary, but I didn't know where it was. I mean, it was probably about a year and a half ago I gave it to him. So, but no, that's great. I'm excited for him that he's going to be able to get that done because his brother's been recording him throughout the whole evolution of him doing what he's doing. Because he started out with the pogo stick. Then as I've kind of the years past, I looked at what he was doing. Then he's adding more and more, just like any performer.
Yeah.
You keep adding more to the show to just, keep yourself
up the game.
Yeah, exactly. Every time. So, he downed the game. Well, he didn't down it, but he has a mini bike now. It's a huge pogo stick that he uses. But then it's a little mini bike that he bicycles on. So, but it is orange.
Unicycle too.
And the large unicycle. Yeah, he does it all. And
juggles.
He's an amazing performer. It's really fun to watch him. That's why I'm glad we were able to get him on the show. And it's, it was kind of tough at first, but he finally was able to. So I'm happy about that. So
I found it really interesting that I wanted to touch on it, but we went too far and I couldn't go back again. But he said he started at Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
And he was just a performer there. And then someone just randomly came up to him and asked him to be entertained at a party. Yeah. I really wanted more to that story, but
Chad, I told you, we'll get him back on so we can save that one.
Write it down in the book. Where's the book?
Oh yeah. Where's that black book?
I don't have that.
Yeah. Our little You're in Trouble book.
I might have it. I don't know.
So what else is new, guys? What else you got going on?
Well,
No, I don't. That's why I asked.
We're here.
Yeah, that's right. We're here. What was I going to say? There was something. Oh, okay. I don't know if you guys have seen this. This is something we have not talked about. And then you did have something you wanted to talk about that you stopped yourself earlier, Chris. So try and think back what it was. I don't remember. But
okay.
you're going to say something.
I know what it is.
Oh, okay. Do you want to start with yours then? Because mine's very irrelevant, and
mine's
it's just
irrelevant too. I was just
okay. Go ahead with your irrelevant, then I'll give you my irrelevance.
I'm so glad to be back, guys.
Eric's here.
For all the
I wasn't even sure I was going to talk about this, but I guess I have to now.
Well, I can go. Maybe we'll forget.
Well, as you both know, my daughter and I have been playing Super Nintendo.
Okay.
Like the actual machine from when was it released? Like the early 90s?
I want to say
90s
90.
Maybe?
90?
I want to say 90.
Okay.
So
I don't know.
86, 90. Between 90 and 92.
Okay.
Go ahead.
It's been a reliable machine or whatever.
Yeah.
But lately the controller is I think there's something wrong on the inside, and you hit the the jump button and it'll pause the game every once in a while. And it doesn't happen all the time, so I think it's like something's like sliding around on the circuit board or something, and
Yeah.
I'm not going to bother trying to fix it, so I ordered wireless controllers that apparently are going to work with this.
Oh, wireless. Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah, for the Super NES.
That's cool.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'll see if it works. They look exactly like
Wish.com?
an actual... No. Amazon.com. Jeff Bezos.
Good old Jeff.
Yeah. But anyway, my daughter was referring to it as, because when you pause, we've been playing Super Mario World. When you pause it, it kind of makes it sound like tuk tuk, like that. And she whenever the thing's happening, she's like, "Dad, it's doing the ducka ducka again."
That's great.
Which I thought was hilarious.
That's great. I love the ducka
ducka.
ducka ducka. Did you
There
just
it
play it? I don't know if you could hear that, but
I heard it.
I'm pretty sure we got it.
Don't you have it on your soundboard now or something?
Weren't you prepared for this?
He's not plugged in to the way. You got to plug. I can.
No, don't you have it already pre-programmed?
Yeah.
Programmed.
Well, I didn't know we weren't talking about this. Chris didn't. We try to not tell each other what we're going to talk about. How am I supposed to know?
You just gotta know.
Here, I got one thing here. Oh, that's still going. Okay, I turned it off. Sorry. That was when Paul was here. That's the Batman theme music I did.
Right.
So there
That's
you go.
epic.
That's the only other sound effect besides jingle bells. It's at the bottom.
Okay.
We got jingle bells if you want.
We're good.
So anyway, they come in Thursday.
Awesome.
I'll report next week. See if they work.
Awesome. I have for my Nintendo Switch, I have a Super Nintendo wireless controller.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah. It's cool.
How's it plug it? Like it just plugs into like. Do you have to get like two? One for
It has to have
for yours.
It has to have like a receiver.
Yeah, it's got. Remember, like the PlayStation 2 had the wired controllers, but then they had the wireless ones where you could plug the thing in where the wire would plug in.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was wondering. Okay.
And then Nintendo, I think Nintendo was the first one to release those like actually proprietary from the company, and they had like the Wavebird for Nintendo GameCube.
Oh, really?
That was, to my knowledge, the first wireless controller released from the company.
From what I can see from the picture, it looks like it's going to be, like a, I don't know if you would call it like a dongle type of thing, but like you plug it in.
A receiver.
A receiver. Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. Because honestly, I never even saw I had PlayStation 2. I didn't know that was a thing, but that'll be interesting.
I had a wireless for the PlayStation 2.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, I wasn't that cool. Just wired it up.
I got to have the latest and greatest,
I know. That's awesome.
But here I am playing
The latest and
Super
greatest.
Nintendo.
Super Nintendo.
PS5 is out, Chris.
What's old is new.
Hey, if you ask me, Super Nintendo is still the greatest.
Super Nintendo is awesome.
It
is.
I don't know. I had Nintendo, then jumped right to Sega.
There's something to be said about I think we talked about this in the video game podcast a little bit, but you turn the game on, you just play it. You don't have to wait for some update to download.
Yeah.
That takes forever.
Yeah.
And then your hard drive's full, so you got to figure out which game you want to delete or whatever. And I don't know. Just pop the cartridge in, give it a blow, even though
I was going to say, do you have to do that with Super Nintendo? I don't know how.
Apparently it's not good for
You're not supposed to do it for any of them. Yeah, they say
Yeah.
you aren't supposed to do that for.
But you really didn't ever have to do it for the Super Nintendo, I feel like.
That was the original NES thing that I don't know where it came from, but
yeah,
apparently you weren't supposed to do it.
No, you're not supposed to blow on it at all.
It always worked though. Just saying.
Yeah, don't tell me that's not what you're supposed to do. It works.
It worked. Don't shake a Polaroid picture either. Yeah.
It works.
It works.
I don't know. I think it was something to do while you were waiting. That's it. So
segue into because we were going to talk about it last week. I think the waiting for the PS5 or whatever it is.
Oh yeah. So did we touch on it after that? I mean,
no,
we never talked about it.
Okay, so I had asked in my mind. I'm like, is it worth it? Like with the PS5 and the new Xbox? Xbox? I hate Xbox.
What are they calling that?
Xbox.
I don't remember what it's called.
It's not just the One X, right? That's a thing that's actually out right now.
Exactly. We had the One X. Yeah, that's
so it's Xbox Series
X1 P9.
Yeah, I really don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember. I know because I'm not an Xbox fan.
Exactly.
That's the thing with PlayStation is you're always going to know where you're at.
The next number.
Xbox Series X.
Series X.
Series X.
It did sound right. Yeah.
The PlayStation keeps it simple for us.
Yes, just because Xbox, it's Xbox. Then Xbox 360. It's like what?
Then Xbox One.
Because it did one whole revolution, 360 degrees.
Shouldn't it be Xbox 2 next?
Yes.
Okay.
Xbox. Microsoft. Again, Microsoft. Get a Mac. Anyways, okay. So, but my thing is, it's like, okay, so the craziness is going on. Nobody can get it. It's hard. I can't say nobody, but it's very hard right now at this time to get an Xbox or a PS5. And people that do get them, they're like putting it on Facebook and saying, I'll sell it for $800-900. Some people are even more than that. Or I'll trade it for an Xbox, or I'll just keep it for myself.
Yeah, and then there was a bunch of scalpers that were actually like had bots that were claiming them.
Yeah, yeah. So my thing is, it's like, okay, I mean, especially maybe not now because everybody knew how very limited it was to try and get one. Would you ever like have waited in line for hours to try and get one of these Xboxes or, do something like that? I mean, I know you guys say you're not big Black Friday guys, but was there ever a time where you're like, I really want that Xbox because, or this PlayStation? I'm going to stop saying Xbox.
No.
I can't say
I've never been the type of person where technology releases that day I have to have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never. I mean, even when it comes to video game consoles specifically, I think the only one I bought, and when I say I bought, I mean I had my parents give me for Christmas, and it was the most expensive gift I've ever gotten, was the GameCube within the same year that it came out.
Okay.
Same holiday season.
Okay.
Other than that, I was lucky if I had a system within 3 years of its release.
Okay. Yeah. And I was the same. I was absolutely the same. And the thing I don't understand is like, okay, everybody wants to get these brand new, consoles that are out. but there's no games really to go with. You might have one.
There's maybe a
two.
couple, and even those ones don't really know how to use the hardware yet. It's gonna be 2 to 3 years before there's actually a game that's taking full advantage of the hardware that's in those systems.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
That being said, the one reason I would say to actually own a PlayStation 5 right now is the load times.
Okay, I heard they're a lot faster now.
Yeah, like even so. There's the Spider-Man game.
Yes.
They have a new one that has Miles Morales addition to it, but you can also get like a more expensive one that has the original game on it too. Mm-hmm. And they did load time comparisons with the newer one with slightly updated graphics compared to the original, and it like literally was almost instantaneously compared to like the multi-minute wait on the on the original.
That's what I'm talking about.
If you have the money, you need to save the time. I guess time is money. So if you can afford it, buy it for that. I don't know. Like so
again though, but I would wait. There's nothing. I mean, you get one game. Don't get me wrong. I would be lured by that Spider-Man game. I mean, I would think about it, but I definitely wouldn't pull the trigger and be like, okay, I'm going to wait. I'm going to do whatever I can to get this now because I don't know. I guess I get bored with games quick. Maybe I don't know what it is. I just like to kind of take a break. Yeah. Not even finish it. Take a break. Go to another one. Come back.
I mean, I certainly don't play games as much as I used to, but even But even back when I did, the only games that were worth owning right when they came out for me back in the day were the ones that had online where you needed to play with the people that all got it that same day and you were playing that. Otherwise, if it's a story, I mean, sure, it could get spoiled for you, whatever, just like any movie or something if you were waiting for it to come out on DVD. But Blu-ray, what century are we in?
Who knows? It works.
But if it's a story, it's going to be the same whether you play it 3 years from now or you play it right now. So I guess that I never had to have something right when it came out, unless it was something that was immediate, like online game.
Yeah.
Where the community was there, so you had to play it while the community was there.
Mm-hmm. What about you?
Never was like an early adopter of any sort of game system. It's always had to be. I'd usually say when the new one came out, I would probably buy the older one at like a discounted price. Especially when
honestly, when you say that, but like when Nintendo 64 came out, I got my second Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
And that's my same story. And I actually got I got Nintendo, and it was like during my birthday, but my mom made sure to say, "This is a birthday gift, but it's for the family." And I was like, "Aw." But at the same time, then it's like by the time like Super NES came out, does Super NES and Sega, were they kind of together?
Yeah, those were 16.
Okay, so then it had to be beyond that. So it must be like whatever came after NES, Super
Nintendo
NES.
64.
So when 64 was out, a friend of mine, I think he wanted that. So I bought his Sega off him for like $25 or something like that with like Sonic and 2 other games. I think Echo came with it. I don't know, something like that.
Echo the Dolphin.
I never got past out of the lagoon. Wherever you start, I didn't even get out of that. Wow. I didn't know where to go with that game. That game was atrocious.
Chuck does get bored with games quick.
Real quick. I couldn't get out of the lagoon. I'm like swimming all over. I'm jumping in the air, flipping. Nothing was happening. I was like, okay, I quit. Yeah. I had to say though, out of all my video game systems, Sega's the one where I barely finished any games, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
I got like games that I don't know why. I just wasn't able to finish them. So that was my worst system. PlayStation 2 was fine. NES was fine. Anything after that, but that one.
I got into.
I remember finishing any.
On Xbox 360, I got into not only finishing the games, but then I would go back and do all the achievements in the game.
Completing the game.
Trying to, yeah.
Wow.
I did quite a few of them, too.
That's impressive.
I mean, did I go on YouTube and watch some walkthroughs?
If it's there, it's
not saying I did, but not saying I didn't.
I mean, they had the Nintendo helpline back in the day.
I mean, that's how same thing. That's how some big companies or big online things got their start. Like, there's literally a group that plays video games called Achievement Hunter. They originally only released videos that showed how to get achievements.
I think I watched.
Now they don't even do that.
I think I watched a few of them.
Exactly.
The only thing I was an early adopter of was
let's start that again and go.
The only thing I was an early adopter of was DVD. Actually, right when it came out, I remember I paid like $350 for like the lowest possible end DVD player at the time. It was like the most basic thing where it just had like your most standard features. Like some of them had like I remember at the time, I can't, off the top of my head, can't remember what they were, but like there was more expensive models that were like $600 or something like that. I don't know what they did, but I could only afford, and I couldn't even really afford it. Like I worked all summer. It was like one of those things. I worked my summer job all summer, and then when I was going back to college, I bought that. I went to Montgomery Ward's to date it.
Montgomery Ward's.
Okay. Let's continue. What was the first DVD you bought for this DVD player?
I think it was Goodfellas was up there.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Do you remember what the first new release?
New release.
Oh wow, I wouldn't remember.
I don't think I do remember. Yeah.
So I honestly, I specifically remember when we got my father a DVD player for Christmas, and just bought him a DVD player. Needs a movie too, so it's like, what's new? Rush Hour 2.
Rush Hour 2
at that time.
So the Rotten Tomatoes comes full circle.
It certainly does. Certainly does.
Don't start with no more Rotten. We've talked about them like the last 3 episodes. We gotta stop talking about.
We've talked about them for like
4. Sorry, Eric.
I think we
4.
we missed like a week. Somewhere.
Did we?
Yeah, there might have been a.
I think so.
Oh, I don't. Okay, I'll go with it.
Maybe not though.
Oh, but Rotten Tomatoes, they ruin everything. And I wanted you guys to point out, I don't know if you can see her. I'm going to move for a second, Donna, because there was that mention on there that there was nothing really nice over here. So you mentioned like the dinosaur head. Here, I'm going to move the microphone here.
You're the one that mentioned that.
You mentioned the dinosaur head. You go, yeah, this is very Christmassy with the dinosaur head.
I think you did.
You did say that.
No,
I said that. Yeah. I said that after Chuck said there's nothing Christmassy over there.
There's nothing Christmassy except for that. And then you go, yeah, that dinosaur head's really Christmassy. And so then Donna heard it, and I told her about it too. And then so she went and decorated that whole thing. So we've got it decorated behind me now.
I think that looks awesome. I'm kind of jealous. I want that decoration for my house, apartment.
You know where I think she got it is that at-home store place thing, whatever that one is.
That's where she got the dinosaur
head. I think so. Yeah.
Wait, that's not a legit fossil?
I mean, yeah, it is. We got it in the desert.
I've been duped.
First, don't you know about the mini T-Rex?
First the Santa head, now this.
Sorry, Chris. I don't mean to burst your bubble like that.
Well, I also want to say,
what's in the bottom?
It's just a pitch. What?
That thing. That little, the pitcher.
The vase down there, or the pitcher with the...
Oh, there's a pitcher up there.
There's a pitcher.
The vase.
The vase down there. So you can't see it, but there is a vase down at the very bottom of a shelf right behind me. And there's like what looks like little miniature ping pong balls, which if you bounce it,
they look like gumballs.
I was going to say yogurt balls.
They're actually just like little miniature ping pong balls in essence. And Xavier used it for a project about sea turtles, and those were the eggs. And those were the extras.
Wait.
So they could be sea turtles.
Keep them away from Grogu.
Is that the thing from Hungry Hippos?
A larger edition. They're very hungry hippos.
Oh, they should come out with Hungry Hippos Grogu edition.
They eat all, yeah, that'll make more people mad already. I couldn't believe people got mad about that.
Why couldn't you believe people got mad about that?
It's a freaking TV show. The thing's not even real. Why are you mad that he's eating eggs?
Neither of those things are real.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Those eggs weren't even fertilized yet, so guess what? They're fair game.
Yes, agreed. But that being said,
seriously,
yes, there are people that overreact to everything.
Yeah.
Why? I'm not saying they're right. I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm saying, why are you surprised?
Because
you should not be surprised at this point.
And can I tell you, my daughter thought that was the best. That's why she loves Baby Yoda.
I thought it was hilarious.
I did too. Yeah, just that whole comedy, the whole time he's just eyeing those eggs. It's like, yep. And it reminded me of like the pickled eggs. Is that what it is? It's like in a jar and you like that, like pickled eggs. So I was like, that's what I see it as.
It might have been pickled.
So
pickled frog eggs.
So any of you that may have had pickled eggs and you sit there and have a problem with Grogu doing that, guess what? Shut up. Okay, there's my 2 cents.
And of course, Funko released a pop, or are releasing a pop of of the egg canister
of the situation.
That's fantastic. Perfect. I love it. But yeah, so that was can I just tell you though? I mean, and I don't want to go on it all, but Mandalorian, I'm loving it more and more. Every episode lately, I am loving it more and more.
It's been good.
It is. Last episode, I just watched, and I always forget it's on Friday, so I don't watch it till like Sunday or Monday.
I wake up at 3 a.m. and watch it.
Really?
I do. Yeah.
I watch it on Saturday usually.
I forget. Yeah. I totally forget.
I feel like it's my Christmas.
Okay. That's that. If you're hearing this noise, I don't think you can. We can hear it, but I don't think you can. But there's a rattling noise, and that is my air fryer cooking our treat that I made. Hopefully, you guys like it. It is cooking right now because I didn't want to deep fry. Because when you see in the video that I'll make for this, it was a disaster when I tried to deep fry it. I went a little over 325 degrees in the oil. Yeah, it wasn't good. But it did turn out good in the end.
Okay.
Nice.
But it's cooking right now. So if you hear that little noise, that's just the air fryer going. So hopefully I can get that here in a minute. We can try it. But yeah, so I mean, if you want, we can. But let's finish with Star Wars and Mandalorian here.
Boba Fett.
But it's yeah.
Returned again.
We no longer see because everybody
Well, he was
like,
in episode 1.
yeah, and then like nothing's happening. And we're on episode, what was that, 6?
Yes.
I think something like that.
Yeah, there's 2 more episodes.
I feel like we're too late in the series now, but I feel like you should have had like some sort of intro song for whenever we talk about Mandalorian stuff on that board.
We can. No, okay, we will. I'll take care of that. Well, that'll be something. Let's definitely program that.
Let's work on that for next week.
We will.
And this segment of catching up with the Mandos. Don't play the Batman thing again.
I don't know what
so
I'm playing.
I liked it again. I felt like the episode was a little short though. Also,
Yes, it was short, but there was so much going on too that it also felt shorter just because you got to that end so fast.
right. And then Fennec Shand made her return also from season 1.
Did we say spoiler?
You should know by now.
Guess what?
We already said, yeah.
Happens.
If you hear the word Mandalorian, just cover
stop.
your ears if you're
You
not
haven't
caught
heard
up.
I mean, it's at the time of this airing, it'll have been out a week. So the people I think that want to watch it.
People complain about spoilers 7 years after something's been out.
Well, here's the deal. When someone complains to us saying that we ruined it for them, we'll be more careful. Right now, no one's complained.
To be fair, even with a situation like this, there could be someone that waits till a series is complete and then
watch it.
binges.
I was
thinking
about that. Oddly enough, with the Mandalorian, I can't. There's no way I would be able to do that, like myself.
Oddly enough, no, I don't think that's oddly enough at all. I think I can definitely see you not being able to do that.
But I started watching The Flight Attendant on HBO Max with I don't even know how to say her name, Kylie Cuoco or whatever.
Kaylee Cuoco.
Yeah,
Big Bang Theory
the girl
girl.
from The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
And so there was like 6 episodes out, and I watched them all over the weekend. And basically, it comes out Thursdays, I think. Mm-hmm. So the day before The Mandalorian or whatever. But anyway, I wish I had waited till they were all out.
So you just could have benched through the whole thing.
Because now I got to wait. And it's like one of those things where like I like the show, but do I like the show enough to care about it week to week?
Okay, fair.
You know
Fair.
Yeah.
Starting to smell something. Sorry. It's starting to smell good. I'm pretty happy about that. Okay, sorry. But yeah,
anyway,
so it's good.
Back to the Mandalorian. I was just making.
Oh, just think if I had the music, I could hit the button again.
Yes.
I don't think you have to hit more
Here's
than
the
once.
thing. Okay, here's the thing. On my phone, and it's funny you bring up like we should play a theme song or something like that. Because today I was going through Facebook and popped up a Mandalorian like, download the theme song to the Mandalorian to your phone and make it a ringtone. And I was like, okay, let me just listen to it because I figured I knew what it was. The beginning of the show each time. It is not whatever they play at the beginning of the show. I have no idea what this song was. I wish I thought about like trying to record it because whatever they're playing, it doesn't sound like the Mandalorian to me. I did not say it like compared to like when you watch the show and they, at the very
it officially licensed thing? Or
no, it's not like something someone random made. It's in the App Store. It says Mandalorian, and I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know, but it was like really random. I'll have to let me see if I can find it while we discuss that for a minute here.
They do some interesting things with the music on that show.
I know that
yeah,
Google has a partnership right now. They just released some sort of AR app with the Mandalorian.
Oh yeah,
and it does some background stuff from the first season, and apparently they're releasing new content for it every Monday. I downloaded it, but I haven't done anything with it yet. So I'll have to check that out. Yeah, I'll report back on that for our next
definitely.
Mando
no,
update.
See, and it's not. Oh, I spelled theme wrong. That might.
So what do we think of the episode? Where's it?
I'm loving every episode is getting better. I'm loving it. I really am. I'm really getting into the whole Mandalorian.
What did you think of the ship blowing up?
Ooh, yeah. What's his name of the ship again?
Razor Crest.
Yeah.
It blew up. I'm kidding. I'm really into it. I'm kidding. Oh my God, Eric, it was a joke.
No, I was upset with your joke, not with your.
Oh. Well, upset. It's all the same. Keep going. I'm looking for the song.
I'm enthralled.
It's almost like the ship was almost like a character, basically, in the show, to the hardcore fans anyway. It just recently, Hasbro Pulse did a campaign to make the toy of the thing, and it had something like 28,000 backers, which, just for the record, I was not one of.
Okay. I mean, I guess that's fair. Like the Millennium Falcon, you could kind of say the same thing about.
Right. So a lot of people online were mad. they just shelled out.
They killed off one of their favorite characters.
But they had just shelled out. I think it was like $350 or something like that for this thing.
Wow.
And everyone's like, "Oh, I just shelled out all my money, and now they
should make it more rare."
Right. I don't know.
Okay. So I found it. We're going to play it briefly because I know we're not supposed to play copyrighted content.
I can't wait till it's the exact same intro, and we're just like, what have you been watching, Chuck?
Okay. Yeah, I know. That's probably what's going to happen in my life because that's just the way it goes. But okay. I think it should play through the board. I think I still have it set up right. So let's see. If not. Yep. There it is.
This is definitely it, Chuck.
Okay, I'm stopping it right there because I don't want to play a lot of it. No, but that's not the one that I'm thinking of then.
Then what are you thinking of?
That sounds exactly like definitely the end credits.
Okay. And I don't get that far.
What?
I don't watch.
How do you not watch the end credits?
I don't watch the credits. I'm done. It's over.
Yeah, but they do the show artwork, the concept.
I love those too.
Oh, I do too.
I don't get that. I'm just like, okay, I'm done.
I eat it up.
Okay, no. This is why you guys know the director because I don't pay. I'm just done.
Do
Show's
they
over.
even have an intro song? I feel like it just does a couple chords over the.
It's closer than I thought to that. After I just listened to it again, I'm like, darn it, here we go. Chuck's wrong, but
it's usually just
don't get that look.
The title when the title card comes up, there's usually the theme behind it.
Yeah,
there's a ding.
Yeah, but they'll do it's not extended. It's just it's probably farther into that, and it's just a shorter bit of it.
Yeah. So I didn't want to play a lot of it, but yeah, you can get that on your iTunes app store. No, not the app store, the iTunes store, and download it for a ringtone if you want. And I almost did for you. I was going to make that your ringtone. I was like, oh, I should make that for Chris, but I didn't recognize it enough where I was like,
Who's calling me?
What is this? What? So, yeah. But, yeah, you can check that out. So, but, yeah, I'm loving the whole thing going on. Now, what was Grogu? Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. I'm getting there. I'm trying. Shut up, Richard. Anyways, what was he sitting on that was just like
the Seeing Stone?
What was he saying? Did we ever?
What was he seeing?
Does anybody know what's going on? Every time the Mandalorian would go and try and help him, and it's like, nope, just blow him back.
To my knowledge,
what?
I mean, they people have said that in the Last Jedi when Luke Skywalker. Well, spoiler alert, I guess, for the movie for the movie that's been out for how many? I don't know. What was it? 2017.
If it's been out that long, guess what? It's your own fault.
So at the end of the movie, when he's sitting on the stone on the cliff, there's theories now that was the same type of thing that Grogu was sitting on, and that's how he was able to use the Force to transport himself across the galaxy. And project himself, I guess you would say.
Okay, yeah. All right.
So, but to my knowledge, it's a relatively new concept.
Okay.
Like the Seeing Stone thing, and definitely the thing with the
force field.
Blue force field.
Yeah.
I don't know why the Mandalorian kept trying to walk through it. I mean,
did you notice?
If at first you don't succeed.
Wait. He did it, and then he did it 20 minutes later in the episode and said the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I was like, did I hit back on accident?
Yeah.
What happened here?
It was that was if I had an issue with the episode, it was they had to find something to take the Mandalorian out of the equation so they could have Boba Fett wreak havoc on the stormtroopers all by himself.
Yeah.
You know,
and then get him away from Grogu so he could.
Right. The other thing.
I'm just gonna go check the treat quick. You guys keep going. I'm gonna just check that before the house catches on fire.
The other thing that really bothered me was when he made him take his jetpack off, but he puts his gun in his holster. You know what I mean? You take your jetpack off so we can talk. It's like, what? It was obviously just a writing device, what's the word? I don't know what I'm trying to say, but a plot device, I need the Mandalorian not to have his jetpack on, so I need to have a reason for him not to have his jetpack on.
Yeah.
And I didn't buy it as you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Take your jetpack off. but he puts his gun in his holster.
Take your jetpack off so that when you need to fly a little bit, you can't.
Right. I mean, that was,
That's fair.
I don't know.
That's fair. But I want to harp back on it, though. Like, I legitimately thought I accidentally skipped back in the episode.
Yeah.
Like, he did the exact same thing and said the exact same thing. It's like, oh, I'll be back for you.
Yeah.
And it was almost like they forgot that they used that scene already.
Yeah.
It threw me off.
I thought that was really strange how, I was talking to a friend on the phone about it, and I said, when I was a kid, I accidentally was unplugging something from the wall, and I accidentally grabbed the metal prongs while they were still in the wall, and I kind of got
And you got shocked.
And I haven't done that
you
since.
didn't do it again.
Now here's the Mandalorian who, like, moments ago couldn't walk through the force field, and then he's like, let me just try it again. What did he do it 3 times, I think?
I think he did it 3 times, but yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
Ooh, these do smell good.
they do. It doesn't even really look like a bomb anymore, though. It just kind of looks like mashed potatoes wrapped in bacon.
That one almost looks like
Okay, these ones are the better looking ones for you guys. This one exploded a little bit, so I'll take that one.
This one almost looks like a roasted marshmallow.
I'm sorry. Well, they were overcooked. These are definitely cooked longer than they should have been. But let me explain what this is. So let me show it to the camera here so people can kind of see what's going on. Chris has got it too. These are mashed potato bacon bombs is what they are calling them. I got this from Baconeer.com, the idea. Baconeer. And it's a website that has all bacon recipes. If you love bacon, you can definitely go there and check it out. But what I did is I did alter the recipe a little bit. Definitely take the
toothpicks.
Yes, the stabbies of torture.
Take the stabbies out.
Take those stabbies out.
Take the stabbies out of the street.
They are overcooked a little bit. I apologize. I did record this earlier, and I'll show you one where I deep fried it because technically you're supposed to deep fry, but I tried these in the air fryer instead, and definitely cut it up. Yeah, let it breathe a little bit.
I was going to say, is there a method to eating this?
No, there's not that I know. If you want sour cream, I can grab you guys some. I know it's a little rudimentary the way we're doing it, but yeah. So what it is mashed potatoes. And they wanted you to use sharp cheddar cheese. I went with a
Smells good.
Monterey Jack. No, not Monterey Jack. It's like
Colby Jack.
Colby Jack. Thank you. And with a Colby Jack cheese, and instead of normal breadcrumbs, I use panko.
I feel like we said that last episode.
Did we? Because I was telling you what I was doing.
You made the panko joke when you didn't actually
when I was making it. No, because I did try and make the potatoes, but it did fail miserably last episode, and that's why I had to do this again.
It was just an elaborate ruse.
It was a little bit. And then the other thing I did
it ended up being one.
And then what else did I do? And then you just wrap the bacon around it, and then you're supposed to either deep fry it, which was a disaster. Oil went all over. I overheated the oil way too much. And so I tried the air fryer this time.
So if you're competent, you can deep fry it. If you're not...
Yeah, don't come to Chuck's kitchen unless you want to be in a raging fire. But yeah, so, the other thing I did with the potatoes is it has salt and pepper in it, and then I put a little bit of onion powder. Onion powder in it just to give it a little extra taste, but I don't think I put enough in. But yeah, you can sit there and use it. And these are enormous. These should not be this big, I realize. These should definitely not be this big. I think I cut the cheese too big. And that's Chuck. That's me 100% of the time. The cheese that I put in it, the chunks were cut too big, and so I think that they got to be cut smaller next time. Is that better, Chris?
Chuck's over here laying his bacon bomb.
That's right.
I'm 12. Okay.
And Chuck doesn't think when he talks.
I don't want to go too far into the woods when we were talking with Wacky Chad, but like when they was referring to the shaft grab as the pogo stick trick, I had some thoughts of chiming in there, but I let it go.
You let that one go.
Let it go. Let it go. So yeah,
I was gonna say don't Google shaft grab. You don't know what's gonna come up.
Our rating just went up to PG. Way to go, Chris. Way to go.
I didn't say anything.
We're talking about shaft grab.
Yeah. And Eric's looking at.
Anyway.
Thoughts. I mean, please don't be. You can tell me it sucks. I understand. I'm not a great chef.
I think it's decent.
It's overcooked a little bit, unfortunately, but.
Well, I'm going to give you a pass on that.
I'm the type of weirdo that loves stuff that's overcooked, though. I like a little extra crisp on it.
I like bacon that way for sure.
I know the bacon. I don't mind. I'm starting to like bacon more that way. I used to like it as not my nephew. My cousin used to say when he was like 5, wiggly bacon, where it wasn't cooked. It was not as cooked.
Yeah.
But now I'm getting it where I like it almost where it's a darker bacon. Yeah. I'm like, ooh.
I like all bacon.
Oh yeah. No, I'm not a hater. Whatever it's gonna be, it's gonna be. But
I would agree with that. I prefer it a little crispy though.
Yeah, I'm starting to lead that way more in my life. So, well, you guys didn't stop eating it, so it's okay at least. I mean, the potatoes, I feel I could have added a little bit more, either salt, pepper, or something to it. But if you have like sour cream to go with it and stuff like that, it tops it right. I mean, that's really good then.
I don't do sour cream.
No, you're not a sour cream guy, huh?
Nope.
And that's weird. The recipe, like when I was making it, they wanted you to put sour cream and 1 egg into the potato.
I was gonna say that.
And it makes it so much. It makes it wet, where it won't like hold when you got to sit there and like pack it into a ball, because that's what you're supposed to do. Okay. And so, because that's what I did the last time, and the whole mixture, it was too. I know everybody hates that word, and I don't want to say it.
Was moist.
Yes, that moist word. It was too moist, and so I was like, it wasn't holding anything. It's like it was drippy. It was almost like I was like, no, this isn't going to work. So I kept the egg out, and so what I did is I mixed the egg in just a bowl like this, and then I rolled the potato in there after, then rolled it in the panko. So that was my doing. Ooh, that was a good bite. I'm okay with that one.
It was good. I mean,
well, thank you, appreciate it. I mean,
I don't think there's any way you really could have screwed this up though. It was.
Chuck can figure out.
It was potato, bacon, and cheese. I don't not like those things at all.
Together, I know.
Yeah.
So.
What more do you need in life?
Right. So I'll be posting a video of me failing at this miserably, my first attempt, in a little, throughout the week or something like that. You'll kind of see it. But again, you can go to baconeering.com and check out this recipe, and they have a lot of others. It's all about bacon. So definitely check them out because it's a fun site to kind of go through if you're ever looking for some fun snacks or anything, for the big game or for when friends are just coming over for podcasts or, anything like that. So check them out, baconeering.com.
I'm gonna assume that's baconeering, like pioneering, but with bacon, not like a bacon that you're wearing in your ear.
Not an earring. No.
That's what it kind of sounds like you're saying. I
hear that now as where you're going with it. I get it. Yeah, but like you're pioneering around. Baconeering.
Link in the description.
Yes. It'll be right below my face right now if you didn't see it already. I'll make sure to put that in there. So, but yeah, for our listeners, yeah, that's a good call, Eric. So, yeah. So Wacky Chad. Mandalorian. And mashed potato bacon bombs.
Yep.
So,
Chuck, cut the cheese.
I cut the cheese, and Chris is all about Shaft. So, yeah, this podcast I think just needs to end. So our times are full. Everything is good. I hope you all have a great weekend. And once again, we want to thank our sponsor, Cookies Q and Creamery. Be sure to check out all their delicious food and ice cream. You can also check them out on DoorDash and get the food brought to you, which is really nice. So, Chris, Eric, guys, thank you so much. Good night. And who knows, maybe I'll try and make something next week since you didn't throw up yet. Let me know if you throw up tomorrow, though.
Was that the goal?
I'm not promising. We got to talk about what next week's show is. We're going to do that right after this. So anyways, everybody have a great week and enjoy. Stay safe out there.
Shop the store.
And yeah, shop local. Be happy.
Shop local.
I don't know. Why am I going to face this? Okay, we're out. Goodbye.